Moxie Media presents Back and Neck Injury Prevention. So many people today experience painful and disabling back and neck injuries that these disorders are now considered the primary musculoskeletal disorders that lead to disability today. The problem is that most people do not understand that back and neck problems, more often than not, develop without warning. It is not unusual to hear someone say that their back gave out while bending over to put on their shoes, or that they injured their neck while sneezing. Yet we know that these everyday events will not injure healthy backs and necks.
Anybody listening to this video probably knows if you stand for a long time anywhere and your back starts hurting, you usually pick your foot up and put it on something, one of your feet, because when you flex your hip, it straightens out and reduces the excessive curve in your lumbar spine. In the casinos where I have worked, I actually put little 6, 8-inch stools so the blackjack dealer, for example, can put her foot up on that stool and take that stress off her lower back. On the reverse of this is what most Americans do, and is that from our work style and everything, we are usually not standing straight up in our work, letting our abdominals relax and getting too much curvature. We're doing the reverse. We're usually leaning over a table like this, or we're sitting in this position, and this is called flexion, bending forward at the lumbar spine. The leading cause of lower back destruction, the leading cause of disc herniation is bending the lower back in a forward position. If you want to add further damage, just twist the spine at the same time. And if you want to really do the maximum damage to your spine, bend like this at your lower back from the waist without bending your knees, twist at the same time, then lift on something. It doesn't have to be that much weight. Most people think you have to be lifting on something heavy. In this position, even 10, 15 pounds lifting in this position can cause the disc to be seriously damaged. So preventing lower back injuries is trying to maintain the lower back in a neutral position. But how do we work? You know, I go to offices where I do ergonomic assessments, have my ergonomic team in there, and we look at the chair, for example, and if it's got proper lumbar support. It's interesting that a company may buy a $300, $400 ergonomic chair based on a recommendation, but what will the employee do? Will the employee use the chair properly? What good is an ergonomic chair if the person you go in there the next day is sitting on the very edge of the chair, slumped on the edge? You might as well have bought the person a stool. And people don't realize how detrimental this is to your lumbar spine, because of the increased pressure, you cannot keep nourishment to the lumbar disc, so the disc starts breaking down.